Hi and welcome to this video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'm David Fitzpatrick and this is me on YouTube, my first video. So have you ever the idea of doing something with PowerShell and thinking, hey, how do I do that? Well, I wanted to create something that kind of tells me, hey, if I have a file and it's older than the days I specify, 20, 30, 40, I want to create some kind of message, hey, this is older than 40 or 30. You can do it for multiple files as well, but I just wanted to focus on one file. And another video, I'll discuss how to do it on multiple files. So the idea being, I have a folder here, C files, and it has a few files in there. And as you can see, those. I'm going to just select one file. And the file I'm going to select is onefiles.txt. So let's do that. So if you want to do that, you can do something called getItem. PowerShell is made up of many different commandlets. All those commandlets do one thing, and getItem gets me information about files. So in this case, this. If you want to do correctly, you do it like this. So right. If you're not used to this, I'll put some comments in the slide. Yeah, but moving right along. So if you do this, lo and behold, you actually get output. And one of the outputs is lastWriteTime. And I want to focus on that, the lastWriteTime. Because if I can manage to subtract the days of today, so what is it now minus that, I can then start working out, okay, is this file too old or not? So to do that, to magically read properties, because that's what they are, I'm going to put this $getItem into a variable. And the variable I'm going to put it in is $myfile. So now when you start running this, you don't see output because it's saved in $myfile. So if I want to know what's in my file, I just ran it, by the way. You always have to run it because it won't be read otherwise. If you want to see what's in the $myfile, I just do $myfile. And now I have the lastWriteTime. But now I can access the property that I want. And the property that I want has this. It's a date time type. Yeah, so it's you have strings, you have integers, but this is a date time. And lo and behold, I can actually use the day of today and start subtracting that. So the day of today would be get date. Now this is not get date as in go out there and get a date, but this is the get date of PowerShell. Now PowerShell also, if you see similarities here, that's not a coincidence. These are both of the same type, date time. If I subtract these, pardon my French, then I get a date time span object. So is also read this get date into a variable. Just call it now. It makes it a lot easier to keep track of things. Sometimes you can over variabilize things, but I like to do it this way just to explain. Now, what I can do now is subtract $now minus $myfile, but not exactly. Do you see this lastWriteTime? So I just want the I don't want the whole file object with all the properties. I just want the lastWriteTime property. So what I'm going to do is make a little in-betweener, $lastWriteTime. You don't have to do this, but for clarity's sakes, I'm going to do this just so you can understand. So I'm just going to put the lastWriteTime into there. So now, running it again, nice. Now, if I did just here, $now minus $lastWriteTime, hey, how is this possible? I actually get a date time span object. And even if you don't know what that is, it doesn't matter. And I just want the days. Now, if you want the days of this, you could do it like this: dollar now minus $lastWriteTime. And to make it easier, I'm going to say, well, this in its own $days ago. But this, as you might notice, it doesn't give or doesn't provide the days. It actually, you get the whole thing. So you get this whole, ooh, that's a lot. Now you can actually do something really, really nifty, and you could do this. So if I did this and you did $days ago, so I'm just going to show you, and you just do days or day, you just get 41. So that's another property. Yeah. If you want to do that in one go, I'll show you a little trick here. You can do this, and you just do $days. And now we have what we want. So if you now at the end set $days ago, what do we get? We get 41. 41, magical number. Now we can use an if statement and get it to the user input. So what's the cutoff point? So let's say you have a cutoff point, and we just define it here, cutoff point. And let's say it's 30. So if it's older than 30 days, it's too old. Yes. We have $days ago. I'm going to get rid of this. And now after reading all these variables, I'm going to say if. So it's an if statement. The $days ago is greater than $cutoff point. So if it's big, is it greater than that, I'm going to give a warning. This file is too old. So I'm going to say this file is too old. And if I do that, because it's true, this file's too old, because 41 is greater than the cutoff point. But if you want to know by how many days are we over the limit, we could do it like this. Okay, we know we just want this to be provided to the user of our script. So we can say $too old. And again, you can do it with little other ways of doing this, but just to make it clear, it's too old. This should go to 11, and I just put that in between here, $too old. And now if you do that, lo and behold, this file's too old, 11. If you want to make this a little bit better, yes, you can, but for now we have kind of a working script. It can always be better, of course. And of course, I'll make lots of other videos. But for now, like and subscribe if you liked it. See you in the next one. David out.